G'day guys, welcome to episode 38 of Ask Jack D. Today I take a question from Niall out the back of our Entrepreneur Development Centre. I talk vision, purpose, and why when you're full of purpose, fear tends to dissipate. We also have some contribution from the grandstands and from the bleachers of innocent bystanders, as well as Gresho, the cameraman, getting his first strike.
Came from the sky with the light of day in me and grew my own wings so the pilot came with me. I'm here doing God's work.
We are back! Are we excited, crew?
Yes.
Did you miss me while I was gone?
Little bit.
Little bit?
A lot.
A lot of it. I think I'm going to fire Gresho from Ask Jack. This just isn't working. As of this moment, Gresho is on notice. If we don't get more enthusiasm from behind the camera, there'll be somebody else behind the camera.
Tell him it's not you, it's me.
It's not me, it's you.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah, it's not me, it's you, Gresho. We need more. We need more. Give us something. Special comments over there. And we're joined by a couple of SNS members today. We've got Lawrence, we've got Paris. These guys are 16 years of age? 16 and 20 years of age. Online fashion business in Scalable and Sable. Monthly revenue now? About $30,000 at the age of 16. $30,000 a month, that is. Absolute entrepreneurial legends here to hang out at the Entrepreneurial Development Centre. Okay. At Outcast Clothing.
Double underscore Outcast.
Where's the... Let's just put their Instagram handle there. Works better that way.
Give him a follow.
Give him a follow, give him a shout out, give him some love. Episode 38. Welcome to Ask Jack D, guys. It has been really cool having all of these videos come in lately of really, really good questions. Today we're taking a question from Niall, who is also a Scalable and Saleable member, who shot this video a couple of days ago at the back of our Entrepreneur Development Centre. Let's hear from Niall.
G'day Jack, it is Niall McInnes here and I'm outside Entourage headquarters right now in the street.
Good man.
And I've got a question for you. I want to know what fears are you still facing now that you've reached your level of success? I want to know what you still face on a daily level, fear of rejection or failure, and how you deal with that on a daily basis. And the second question is, will you do an interview with me on my podcast? Because I do a podcast on belief systems and fears of successful people, and I've got Andrew Morello signed up, so you'd be a great addition too. So if you'd answer those two questions, it would be great, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay. So one thing we know about Niall is he's an opportunist, taking the platform of Ask Jack D to ask me whether I will join his podcast. Niall, I'll give you that answer at the end of the episode. To your first question, what fears do I have on a daily basis now that I've reached my level of success? That's a really good question, and as you can probably tell, you've got me thinking, Niall, so thank you for asking it. I think early on in my entrepreneurial journey, there was probably a bit of fear about stuff not working, and like startup mode is survival mode, right? So you're fighting and scrapping every single day to keep the lights on. And so there's a bit of fear that goes on. I think that as we mature as business people and as our businesses mature, you know, there's not a great deal of fear that I carry on a daily basis today. My heart, my soul is so full of our vision and so full of our purpose that I honestly don't have or carry any fears or massive concerns on a daily basis. That's not to say I'm overly optimistic. It's not to say I'm naive of the risks involved, particularly in an organisation as high growth and as fast growth as the Entourage. There's risks that needs to be managed, right? But I've now been in business for 11 years, so I back myself to have a really good foresight of what's coming up. I back myself to have a really good understanding of what is the potential downside in any situation, and I back me and my team to be able to manage that really, really well, right? So we address risks, I'm conscious of risk, we model against them, we forecast against them, we throw innovation at them, we throw thinking at them. However, I don't have a lot of fear at all, really, right? Like I saw this interview with a Russian gymnast years ago, forget the name, so apologies for the loose example. However, she had just done one of the bloody flips that you do when you're a gymnast at the Olympics, and she comes over and she ended up winning the gold medal that day. She comes over to the interviewer and he says, you know, you land every single jump. How do you do that? And she said, my head is so full of doing it and getting it right that I never even imagine or think of getting it wrong. And that's a really accurate description, I suppose, of where I am today, in that I'm so, my heart, my soul, my head, as I said, is so full of where we're going, why we're doing it, the impact we want to make, the breadth and depth that we want to reach in terms of changing people's lives here at the Entourage. And so that's where my focus goes, which helps me be more authentic. It helps me be more myself, helps me be more balanced, more grounded. Don't carry a lot of fears, right? And that's just a personal development, spiritual development process that I think everybody can go through. And you know, as Aristotle, who said, with purpose we can call on courage. So I think having a purpose, having your why, knowing your vision, caring about your mission, caring about the people that, you know, surround you every day, caring about your customers like nothing else. Everything I do is for my team. Everything I do is for our students and our members. Everything I do is for the actualization of our vision that, you know, we'll achieve in the next sort of 10 years. So that's what I am focusing on now. In terms of your question around the podcast, will I do a podcast with you? Seeing as you are a Scalable and Stable member, you have been for a little while now, and you're an absolute legend, and I like you, yes, absolutely, I will do that podcast. Hit us up, Twitter, Entourage, whatever our Entourage handle is, it's there. Write to someone, address it to Rose, and she'll hook that up for you, brother, so that we can have a chat on your podcast and hopefully get you a few more people coming in. So, guys, Ask Jack D, submit your videos, be it on your Instagram or Twitter, or hit me up on Facebook /Delosa. Use the hashtag AskJackD, and I will continue to answer your amazing questions every single day.